everybody, I'm T.Strong, StyleMayvin, here with Clinton Kelly of What Not to Wear. I'm very excited to talk to you today. So happy that you're here in the Charlotte area. Tell me what you think of Charlotte, first of all.
Well, I didn't really get a chance to see too much of Charlotte this trip. I just landed about an hour ago, and so the drive here from the airport was lovely. It was nice and green.
Very nice.
But I remember being here last time, and what I like about Charlotte is that it's a fairly well-dressed city on the whole.
I think so too.
It really is.
Thank you for that.
People like to sort of get dressed up here,
We do.
and there's a lot of cities in America where people are just like super casual, and Charlotte is not super casual on the whole. I mean, I've seen some super casual people. Don't get me wrong; they're everywhere.
Right.
But on the whole, I think people look good here.
Okay, so how is it working with Miss Stacey London and being a part of TLC's What Not to Wear? That is the best show. I mean, I totally love it. You guys had a lady on there, Christina, I think Hernandez or something.
Yeah.
I think that was literally the best show ever because she was very hard.
She was very hard. She, would throw tantrums in Spanish.
She did.
And neither Stacey nor I speak Spanish, so we were like, okay, what is this one
She
talking about?
turned the clothes over.
Yes.
Oh, she was upset with you guys that you wanted to take all of her hoochie mama gear.
Right. Didn't she was speaking, like her breasts were talking?
Yes. She did a lot of very interesting things.
She did.
That
I loved her, though. I will tell you that she's one of my all-time favorites. Yeah.
Well, that's good. So we have something in common. We were looking at your book before we came in, and some of the don'ts on the back of it is really funny. My girlfriend and I, we call it the four boob, and you call it
double bubble.
Double bubble. Yeah, that's much better of a name.
Squeezing the boobs into a bra that's too small, so you get two on each side.
And
not
it's
cute.
The
worst.
It's definitely the worst. So tell me, what are your top three? I know that you have your book. Oh no, she didn't. How did you come up with that name, first of all?
We were sitting around sitting around a conference room, and I was like, what would be a good name for a book of style mistakes? And I was like, how about, oh no, she didn't. And they were like, we love it. Yeah. So they're like, we'll buy it. And I was like, sold.
Exactly. Well, I love all of your titles because the other one was
Freaking
Fabulous, which I say all the time. It's always freaking fabulous. But tell me, what are the top three no-nos for women out there?
Okay, I would say that the biggest mistake, and this is probably like my biggest pet peeve in life, is people wearing athletic sneakers as casual footwear. That cross-training
shoe.
The workout shoe. I mean, the workout shoe is great for working out. It's really not a cute shoe for running around doing your errands. I mean, there are great flat shoes that you can wear instead of boots, a flat sandal in the summer, a non-athletic sneaker, just like a cute sneaker that's meant for running around town, ballet flats. So
how do you feel about like a Hogan? Because that's what I used to wear when I worked in New York. I was, on the train or whatever. You don't want to be walking around in your heels because concrete could do murder on your feet.
Absolutely.
And so, how do you feel about that? Was I in fashion? Was I okay wearing?
Yeah, no, I think Hogan's are okay. I mean, they're not really, like athletic shoes.
It's not.
They're more of like a fashion statement.
Or anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like that Reebok, Richard Simmons Reebok, what I call it that. And also, I'm a big fan of the commuter shoe. I think a commuter shoe is a good idea. Like a Hogan is a great commuter shoe. I don't know if you slipped into a cuter shoe when you got to the office.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
So I'm all for a commuter shoe, not the whole not the working girl commuter shoe, like the high top white sneaker.
Right. Well, that was more like a winter thing. So in the summer, you do a Tory Burch, nice little ballet flat sandal, something like that, and you can really go in.
Exactly. So you need a good, casual, comfortable shoe. Bad jeans, are really another big issue. The mom jean, they're still out there, T.
I know.
I've been across America, let me tell you, they're alive and well. You'd think that these things would have died. There are leftovers from the late 90s. Or was it early 90s? I can't even remember, like when the mom jean came in. If you watch old episodes of Friends, if you watch that movie First Wives Club or whatever, that they were wearing mom jeans back then. So you need to get rid of those. Get yourself a dark wash jean, a trouser jean, something like that.
Well, everybody can't do a low rise though. So what would be your recommendation?
Right.
You can't do a low rise.
If you carry any weight in your midsection, you shouldn't do a low rise. No, you don't want muffin top. You want to look for a jean that's basically 2 finger widths below your belly button. So like an inch or so below the belly button that comes up that high. That should contain the muffin. Keep the muffin in the pan.
Right.
Yeah. So that should do that. And there are lots of rises now. Super low rise isn't even in anymore, so you have to be careful about
I don't know what is that. That's not muffin top. That's like behind top or something. I don't know what that's called.
That's like back fat or something. Like that.
Yeah, we definitely don't want that.
And then the other thing is t-shirts. I think that's another big mistake. T-shirts can work fine. Don't get me wrong. T-shirts are not for everybody.
Because I love that new Love Is Everything t-shirt that Beyonce's been seen wearing, out and about.
Yes, it's not that this, t-shirts are wrong. They're just wrong for some body types because t-shirts are basically squares that have been sewn together, a sleeve on each side and a hole in the neck, right? That's not how a woman's body is generally built.
No.
So you have to be careful. If you have a tight t-shirt, sometimes that cannot be very flattering. If you have an oversized t-shirt, you lose all your body shape whatsoever. And so you have to be careful with t-shirts.
Okay, I agree. I agree on all points. See, we're on the same page. I love it. So let's talk a little bit about the reason that you're here today, and then also tell me about the $1 million challenge.
$1 million makeover.
$1 million makeover challenge. Love that. Can I win? No.
No, it's too late.
You already got 8 people.
And you don't need it. I mean, for crying out loud, they'd be like, she doesn't need style help. Yeah, so the $1 Million Makeover is this thing where we basically ask people to nominate themselves on Facebook. 19,000 people did.
Wow.
And 8 were chosen. I made over all 8 of them. There's a little video on each one on Macy's Facebook page. You can go on and vote for the one you want to get to the next level.
So America gets to choose.
Yes, America will choose who gets the $1 Million Makeover, which is pretty awesome. So we're in the middle of that, which is really exciting.
How do you spend $1 million?
Well,
I could do it at the 34th Street store, definitely. No problem, no question, but.
Yeah, whoever wins will be at the 34th Street store, and it will be things like clothes and a makeover for your house, clothes for your whole family. There's going to be cash involved as well, so whatever you don't spend in clothes, you're getting some moolah, that kind of thing, and other experiences and products and stuff like that. But I'm here today just to give basically mini consultations. I'm having people line up. You get to see me, talk to me for 2 minutes. Get to ask me a question or two, and I will tell you exactly what you need to be wearing. Are you going to be
brutally honest like you are on the show? Because, some people are going to be in line kind of not quite ready. They weren't ready for you. Some people aren't going to be ready for you.
I know. All right, here's the deal. I have a policy. If you're going to ask me my opinion, I'm going to give it to you. Okay? I'm not going to just start ripping people apart. If some woman comes up to me looking like a hot mess, and she says, my question is, what do you think of my hair? I'm going to say what I think about her hair. I'm not going to be like, your entire outfit is garbage. You need to get out of my face. I'm not going to do that, of course. So I'm pretty gentle with people's feelings. I can tell when somebody can take more than
when somebody's like a Christina.
Yes, yeah. You can push their, when somebody has a good self-esteem, good sense of self, then it's easier to have a little bit more fun with them. The fragile ones you got to be careful with. And after all these years of working with people, Stacey and I really know, she's not going to be able to take teasing. We're going to hold back on this one a little bit.
Right. Okay, what is one of the most common things that you find with all the women on the show? I know that most women that I run into have a problem with foundations,
Yeah.
Oprah talks about that, everybody talks about that. You have to get that right and get some Spanx and, all that good stuff so you're not lumpy and bumpy everywhere. Is that the most common thing?
That's pretty common. I don't recommend shapewear necessarily all the time.
Okay.
But for a special occasion, I think that every woman should have some shapewear, because if you're wearing anything shiny, shapewear, any sort of lump or bump would be accentuated by shiny.
Agreed.
So you want to have shapewear into that. But the bra thing is incredibly important. Every woman I want not to wear, whether you see it on the show or not, gets a bra fitting before she goes shopping that first day.
Well,
that's her first stop. And we don't really show it on camera because it would be like, every week.
Why don't men have that problem? You guys can wear boxers or whatever you want and it works, I think.
Well,
does it?
I don't know. I think sometimes it doesn't. I mean, we all have our preferences, boxer or briefs. Some guys don't like to let things, have so much room.
Say what you feel.
Well, in front of the Macy's
side,
don't
say what you feel.
Yes, but most women, when they get a bra fitting professionally, they find out they're much bigger in the cup and smaller in the band than they thought they were. So you might be wearing the right size, wrong size bra. Yeah.
So do you miss your days as in publishing when you were editor of, was it Mademoiselle?
I was executive editor of Mademoiselle and contributing editor at Marie Claire. And
do you miss that?
I do a little bit. I mean, being a magazine editor, there's a lot of time that you spend at your desk in an office, and this job gets me out and meeting people and talking to people and doing stuff, which I like better. But I do miss having a magazine, and I'd be like, I made that, here are my stories in the magazine, and being able to show that to people, and it was fun, and I liked writing. I miss writing, but I get to do books from time to time, so I'm having a good time, no complaints.
Well, that's good. Now you have one other thing going on that I wanted to talk about.
I do?
Tell me about StyleRx, because I am a Twitter fan. I'm one of your followers. I think you have 32,000+ followers
on
out
Twitter?
there.
Oh yeah, I've got about 55,000 on Facebook.
Oh, is that what it is?
On Facebook, yeah. So
it's Clinton_Kelly, everybody, if you want to follow him on Twitter.
And if you want to go to Facebook, it's Clinton Kelly, the official site, because there are a few fakes out there.
Of course.
Of course.
This is the real.
Trying to be me, you're not me.